Hey guys, my name is Eric, and if you're into recording and music production, you've probably heard the term gain staging, and you probably have an idea of what that is, but what you might not know is how many different places in any given DAW you can adjust the gain in your recording. So I want to talk about what gain staging is today and show you all the different places you can adjust that. And finally, at the end of the video, I want to show you my favorite place within Studio One where you can really easily adjust that. Let's jump in. To define gain staging is any place in your mix where you can turn up or down your level. And also how when you turn up or down the level, that actually affects something later on in the chain, the next thing that is going to be in that chain. Also, analog gear responds a little bit differently to gain staging than digital recording. So we're going to be talking about digital recording today. So here are the places inside Studio One that you can apply gain staging, okay? The first place is probably the most important, and that's actually on the front of your audio interface. So right now my voice, not my guitar, is plugged into channel 1, and if I turn up the gain, you can hear my voice getting louder, and it's starting to clip and sound really bad. Now I'm going to bring that back, and it's going to get a little quiet. So, and then bring it back to where it sounds about right. So you want to make sure that you're setting your input levels correctly on your audio interface. Because if you set them too loud, they go into the red and they clip and cause digital distortions, which sounds really bad and you can't fix it. So make sure that whatever you're setting your input controls for, it's going to be set for roughly the loudest part in your song so that you prevent clipping. Okay, so the second place you can apply gain staging is right here on your fader. So you can bring up or down the volume on an individual fader. Okay, you can select multiple faders and then bring them all up or down at the same time. Okay, so super cool, super easy, and pretty obvious. A third place you can apply gain staging is right on a track itself. Okay, so if I open up the tracks window and I click up here, a little hand icon will open up, and I can actually adjust the gain up or down on an individual track or clip, which makes it super helpful if you have like a place where you punched in and it was not loud enough or too quiet. You can adjust that right there. Okay, so a fourth place that you can apply gain is actually on plugins themselves. So here I have the drum bus open up and a compressor, and there's a gain knob. So I can actually adjust, if you listen, bring that back to 0. There's the drums, and then if I push the gain, they get louder. So right on the drums bus themselves or on a plugin themselves, you can also do it right on an EQ. So a lot of these plugins have gain knobs built in. So here I can bring up the gain on the EQ itself. Hey guys, my name is Eric, and I'd love to answer any questions you have, whether it's on this topic or anything related to music production or recording, even guitar. So if you have a question or a comment, please leave a comment below, and I'd love to get back to you. Another place where you can adjust, the fifth place, is actually on the mains themselves. So if you're playing the song, I can bring them all the way down on the mains, or I can turn them up. And you know, I usually like to leave this at 0, so I know roughly it's at 0, but if you were clipping in some spot, you could bring the mains down. Okay, so the sixth place you can adjust gain staging in Studio One is right at the top of the mixing board. They have this little cool control, it's teeny up here, it's called the input controls. And to turn that on, you click the little gear icon and make sure input controls is set. Okay, and what this does is this goes in everything pre-fader. So before it hits the fader, you can adjust the input. And if I have them all selected here, and I can drag them all at the same time up, or bring them all back down. So where this might be helpful is actually if like someone sends you a bunch of tracks and they're all really loud, you can bring the input down a little bit, all at the top before they hit the fader. That way you have more room to play around with that fader when you want to start mixing. Hey, hope this video helped you. As I mentioned earlier, please leave a comment if you have any questions. I also have a simple 5-step home recording guide you can get by clicking the link in the description below or visiting millermusic.co, and I'll see you in the next video.